So I felt like Dua Lipa because we were in London and we were living the life. It felt like, you know,
we were what we call whimsy maxing.
Yes. Which explain.
You can
Dua Lipa gets to Whimsy Max all the time.
24/7.
We got to Whimsy Max for 1 week.
We had to take PTO to Whimsy Max.
Yes.
Ava got actually yours wasn't PTO.
Mine's not PTO because I technically work freelance.
But what whimsy maxing to us was in London was that it wasn't like, we don't want to call it London maxing because we weren't doing all the touristy things. We did very like local London.
Well, we did do touristy things too.
Yes,
like
but that was like one day.
Mr. Big Benny.
Yeah, Mr. Big Ben.
We visited him.
That is my definition of whimsy maxing.
Yes. And I was going to say, too, that for people who don't know, maxing is like an internet slang thing right now.
Summer maxing.
Just don't know what maxing is.
It's like, and when I looked up the definition, because I was like, I don't know how to explain it, all in on optimizing or upgrading a specific part of your life.
Wow.
And then you know what whimsy, the definition of whimsy is? Whimsy is the quality of being playful, fanciful, and slightly unpredictable.
Love it.
That was
our trip.
We just stumbled into so many fun experiences.
We would just be like we went to Borough Market, which is something that we saw on TikTok. Like
chocolate
honestly,
strawberries, you have to try.
Chocolate covered
That's a pretty
strawberries.
touristy thing to do.
But we were like about to go back on the blistering hot subway tube. And we were like, why don't we just like do another lap around and like see what's going on in, you know, the non-touristy part of town. We walked like a couple blocks and we ran into this, like there was like a group of people watching a FIFA match in this courtyard. And there was like guys at the front that like were like security or whatever. And like, oh, you'd probably have to like pay to get in. You just need your ID.
We say that too because we are balling on a budget
Yeah,
here.
like our trip looked expensive. We like bare minimum everything. Like,
and even like London as a city, is like just so whimsical. Like even like we just like had so much whimsy. We are in love with London. Like I love London. I miss London.
And I can't get up.
I miss who I was in London. Like it was one of those trips. It was almost like
Maddie said that constantly.
It was like
the past couple weeks. She keeps going, I miss who I was there.
And I do. Like, I truly do. Like
we were so
I get it, Dua Lipa.
We were unpredictable. Like, we were
whimsy maxing is the best way to describe it.
We would stumble upon things like, even we love dancing. We're not club people, but like we stumbled upon this like courtyard of young people.
So if you've
like,
ever seen this
corporate.
TikTok where it's like a bunch of people chatting on a Thursday and you can see St. Paul's Cathedral in the back,
that's
we stumbled upon that. Which
we were just walking around because we went to St. Paul's Cathedral, which is like a touristy
we went
thing.
to St. Paul's
Cathedral.
Cathedral.
It was there. You turn the corner and it's just like
I had
people
seen
everywhere.
I had seen it on TikTok, but I was like, it was so far from where we stayed.
And it was people our age, which we were like, this is so fun.
Yeah, so we ended up like having dinner in the area, and then we went back. Got slushies because it was hot.
That was the longest day ever. We went from.
Oh my God,
We keep joking that day because
we
went to a bookstore.
I got to tell them about we searched everywhere for ice cream. Everything was closing at like 8 o'clock, and we were like desperate for ice cream. It was so hot. We find this like truck that was selling like slushies and ice cream, and then my friend Jenna, who went on the trip with us, she got a slushie. Maddie got ice cream, or Ava got ice cream. Ava got ice cream. And I was like, oh my God, I can't decide what to get. And the guy goes,
no, I said,
okay, sorry. Ava said they had an option at this truck that you can do the soft serve ice cream on top of the slushie. So what did I do?
She maxed.
Yes.
She wins.
That was definitely the most important part of the trip.
That was like the least important part of the trip.
Precious minutes on that.
What I was gonna say that was so funny is that we went to what was it, Marylebone?
Yeah,
Marylebone. We went to a bookstore in Marylebone. The day started with Marylebone, shopped in Soho, and then ended with dancing. And Ava like had her tote from Marylebone on the dance floor, which was
I did.
So
My
funny.
book came. I got a book there.
She went everywhere.
It came with me. I was gonna get more, but I was like, I don't want to have to lug everything around. So I like took pictures and I'll get it on my Kindle. But there was one that wasn't available on Kindle, and I got.
So Maddie loves. I also want to say Maddie loves to go dancing, and I enjoy it when the music is good. But Maddie's like she's like we have to go. Like she wanted to go so bad.
That was one of my requests.
That was the promise we made to her when we were, because Ava and I plan the trips and like figure out the logistics. And I try to make sure everyone's happy. So like we had Jenna there, our best friend as well. And I was like making sure that everyone hit everything they wanted to. So I promised Maddie we'd go dancing. And so when we did the night we went dancing, we had been walking all day.
I almost like aborted the mission, which says
is saying a lot.
For me.
She loves dancing. But we were like on our final straw. Our backs were sore. Our feet, the pads of my feet were bruised. It was like 35
Our legs
degrees
were
outside.
swollen.
Our legs were literally swollen. Like my
For
ankles
context,
were
we were so swollen. We went to Portobello Market one day.
I'm not wearing my watch.
Got watches at Portobello Market. Got them fitted there. And now that I'm home, it
That's
it
how
was
swollen
like stuck here
from the heat because there's
Like,
a heat wave.
it was,
and
yeah.
all the water.
Anyway.
we were swollen.
We were swollen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but then
we went out dancing. It was my promise to Maddie, but we were out all day. So Ava
the playlist was amazing, by the way, for like an hour.
For an hour.
It was
like
good
an hour.
music.
But Ava had like her Daunt books tote bag, and we had gone shopping earlier, so we had these like addicted bags
was
with
really
us.
fun.
I was wearing this. I was literally wearing like a tank top and shorts.
I had, like,
I
the
wasn't like
t-shirt I
dressed
wore.
up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It was
but
so
it was
fun though.
We just
had
the
the
four of
best
us
time.
and some.
It was in a very hot basement though.
It was in a very hot basement.
But it was fun.
During the heat wave, no air
And
conditioning.
you know what was so
Yeah.
funny is that the next day we went to the Harry Styles concert because one of Avenel's close friends is one of his dancers, which was so cool to see.
Oh my god, best experience.
And Harry
ever.
Styles said, make sure you go out dancing with your friends. And we said, we already did it.
Yeah, we did it the night
Harry,
But I
before.
thought it was
one
funny
step
that
ahead
he
of
said
you.
that. He was like, make sure you go dancing with your girlfriends.
like,
And
we
we're
just
like,
did
oh
that.
my god, that's what we did
We just
last
did.
night.
And we had a lot of fun.
Thank you, Harry,
So
for
It was
saying
hot.
that.
Like it was so hot.
But
like,
each day in
people were
London-
grabbing like paper towel from the bar and like dabbing.
Oh, yeah.
You
But
know?
each
Yeah.
day in London kept getting better. Like, I feel like it was like each day you're just like, what? Oh my gosh. This
We
is so fun.
cried
And then it
at
just
the Harry
built.
Potter Warner Brothers studio.
Yes, we did.
Big
You
Harry Potter
didn't.
fan. Yeah, Maddie
I
didn't.
did.
You cried?
You cried?
When?
No, I
Subtly?
think I got moved. I was moved
Oh,
She was
not the same.
moved.
when J.K.
Ava and I
Rowling
had
was-
tears.
I was like,
streaming
no.
down our
I was
faces.
choking back sobs. It was like, it was a problem. But it's
when
because
Ava-
it was the
when-
first like book series that I
But
read.
when
It was
Ava
inspired
cried,
us to
we
be
had
writers.
literally just walked in.
Yes.
Like we had Ava and Ava started crying, but it
That's
is
where I
true.
even started.
Harry Potter means a lot to us because what made us want to like do writing, do like
Yeah.
honestly like all the
And it
entertainment
was honestly,
industry stuff.
like, I would recommend it. It was so cool.
it was really
it was
cool.
so cool.
And it's just
Very
cool. Like
Even I
again,
spent like an hour at the gift shop.
also people that like
yes, and I fell in love with the butterbeer slushie.
oh, Elle
Yes.
had like a whole like she was crying about the butterbeer too.
I was
She
almost
didn't-
in tears.
Yeah.
Because butterbeer is sold around all the Harry Potter worlds, but they had a butterbeer slushie that was it was like a frozen
a
butterbeer.
slushie.
Yeah, but some people call it like frozen something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it, like frozen lemonade from Tim's vibes, like that's
Yeah.
what it was, and it
And-
was so good.
And then
That
our
was amazing.
final day
Yeah.
was Wimbledon, and honestly we had done everything we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. Like we maxed.
We did.
And so the final
We went
day,
to bed. Let's also say how we maxed. So I actually just
Oh,
quickly.
yeah.
So one of my coworkers, he had been to London before, and he was like, the sun rises really early and the sun sets
Yes.
really late, and it does. So when I woke up to go to the bathroom at like 5 a.m. The sun was up. Like
Yeah.
it was bright,
fully up.
fully up, and it didn't go down till like I think 9:30 or 10.
Yeah.
And so he said to me before I left, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on my trip, and we work really closely, and he was just like, my biggest advice to you is like, don't sleep. He was like, just don't sleep as much as possible. And when I got
didn't.
back,
That
I was
we
like,
did
I
not.
didn't. We literally would go to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and wake up
And
at
get
8,
up at 8 or 9.
and then take the whole day was just
Yeah.
out, and then we
We-
wouldn't
walking
get back till
18,000 steps.
Yeah.
we wouldn't get back till like 1 in the morning, and then we'd all like just sit, and we'd all have to shower, and like,
But
a
it was
bunch of
best
girls
time
in one-
ever.
It was best
It
time
was
ever.
so
But
fun.
our
And then-
flat, sorry, we'll get to
Yeah.
Wimbledon in a moment.
That's okay.
Our flat was like, because everything there's kind of like tight and then like 3 levels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At least that's what I think
That's what our
everything's
flat
like that.
was,
That's what
yeah.
our flat was. The top level was like a loft with like a bedroom, and me and Jenna were supposed to sleep up there. But during the heat wave, no air conditioning. It was 40 degrees there and impossible to sleep. And like it
40
got to a
degrees
point,
Celsius.
yeah, sorry, Celsius. But I opened the window and I like stuck my arm out, and it was cooler outside, but none of the air
Yeah,
was
there was
coming
no
in.
airflow.
It was like stagnant.
No air.
Like
No
here, it's like we
aircon.
live by the lake,
No
right?
aircon.
And it's like I feel like you open the window and then like breeze comes in and it like circulates
Yeah.
the room, and then like the inside temperature is the outside temperature. But it was almost like the flat would cook during the day,
Yeah, she cooked.
and then we'd open the window at night, and it wouldn't leave.
Yeah,
like the
it
hot
would-
air would
On
just
the
stay.
topic of hot air, the Jubilee line.
The Jubilee line.
You know, it sounds fun, doesn't it?
the Jubilee. Like you would
It sounds
think they'd have
joyful.
air conditioning
Sounds
on the
beautiful,
Jubilee line.
doesn't
But
it?
also I just want to say as people from Toronto where like everything's air conditioned and heated.
Yes.
Like it's like because it's a newer city.
Yeah.
But it was like
was
insane.
crazy.
I like almost had a panic attack going from the airport into the Jubilee line. You're just like walking down this like tiny tunnel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I actually like I was putting my hair up and like drinking water. And
Ava was like
eating
having
snacks.
a moment.
Like
Yeah,
I was
she was
like,
like trying not to
I was like
panic.
doing everything but thinking about where
The
I
Jubilee
was.
line though, it's like loud and it's
It
hot.
sounds like
Well,
a
when we were
monster.
there, was
It
hot.
sounds like a Dementor is
Yeah.
literally like
It was
moving the train.
screeching.
It was
and it just
screeching. It
builds
goes
as
really
the
fast.
trip goes.
And it goes fast, and then you
Yeah.
don't realize, but you start kind of when we took it one time, we started kind of upper level, and then suddenly your ears pop, and you're like, oh, I'm like almost at the
Underground.
Earth's core.
Yeah, and you can
like,
feel it.
It was insane.
Like,
and then
and-
you go up the escalator, and you're like,
Yeah.
It's like a 90-degree
insane.
angle.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It's quite the experience. And
it
like
was
Ava,
for people who live in London, they're like, who cares?
Like,
But like
whatever.
for us, it was like
it was
crazy.
crazy. And
It
in a
was
heat wave, like
crazy.
at one point there was like so many concerts and things happening. So we were like trying to get a train. We waited like 3 different trains just because it was so crowded.
Oh my god! And it was like
And then we
hot,
got on
and then
one.
everyone was like sardined in there. There was like people
yeah,
pressed
you
against
kind
the
of
glass.
had to. It was a mental game.
It was a mental
And like
game.
Ava, we have a clip of it on our Instagram. But like Ava, there was a small window of like breeze coming through.
Yeah, like they kept like the front window open so that like a breeze would come
Yeah.
through the train, which was helpful.
Yeah.
And like
It
I had to wash
was.
my hair that day, so I just let it like
She just
frizz out.
Yeah, it's just
take
fully
over.
like a comedy movie. Like her hair just.
My
I
hair
actually
was
want to
like
say that
totally
my
out of
watch
it.
is still on London time.
Yeah,
Mine's
it's
in
mine
denial.
is too. But what I was gonna say
Okay.
about Wimbledon.
yes.
So Elle, feel free to weigh in because I know you planned this.
Oh yes.
But Elle saw on TikTok that you can sneak because originally we thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to like, line up at like 6 a.m.
Well, that's what my coworker
Yeah.
told me. He'd
Yeah.
gone and he was like, "Oh, you know, you could go to Wimbledon for cheap. You just have to line up at like 6 in the morning." I was like, well, "I don't want to line up at 6 in
And
the
we were
morning."
kind of like we weren't far, but it was like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It
it
was
was an hour
over there,
close.
like it was like far enough that it was like
yeah. So then
hard
I was
to
doing
get
all
up
this
for that
chat
time.
GPT research. I also asked our Airbnb host. I was like, "Any tips on getting into Wimbledon?" And then I was searching up on actually chat GPT was helping me, and it was like saying that like the later in the day you go, sometimes the cheaper the tickets are, and actually the easier it is to get in if you just want to just see it.
But
Yeah.
the day we went was day 1 of Wimbledon, which is supposed to be the busiest. So like
Yeah.
when we got to Wimbledon, it was so cute because the whole town is like tennis themed,
Yeah.
which was really cute. We
Yes.
get there and it's like this huge open field.
You have to line up in Wimbledon Park.
Yes. But in Wimbledon Park, we get there and like the woman right at this park is huge. And like right at the beginning of the park, there's a woman there and she's like, it's almost like in a movie where she's like, you know, she's like, you probably won't get in. Like I
She
almost
like,
literally
there's
said
a
that.
1,000 people
I-
ahead of you. She's like,
Yeah.
it is. She's
She's
like,
like,
you're
it's
not.
highly
She's like, you're
unlikely.
not
She's
gonna
like, you
get
can
in.
try, but it's highly unlikely.
And then we
you'll
kind of
get
at a
in.
moment we were like, should we go? Like
Yeah, 'cause,
I was
like,
like,
we could
maybe
just
I
go to
could
a
keep
park.
shopping. I don't know. Like the shopping was amazing. I was like, I'll just go shopping. But
Maddie,
then we were
Maddie
like,
got into a shopping
but
frenzy.
then Elle said, let's just try it. It's like 3:00
And
in
we
the
all
afternoon.
congregated, like the 4 of us and Jenna.
Yeah.
We were like, it's our last day. Like, do we want to just
My
try
also
this
thought
and
process
wait? And yeah.
was like, I was like, let's just see how fast the line moves. Because if we're
Yeah.
waiting there
Yeah.
for an hour and it doesn't budge, like,
Yes.
don't
And
keep waiting.
And so they were handing out tickets. You had to go in all these different lines and
There's
queues,
queues.
and
We had a
everything.
queue card.
You had a cue card, and they're handing out cue cards. And apparently, we heard as you know they're handing out these cue cards that if you're past cue card number 1,500 that day, you're probably not going to get in. And we ended
no,
up
they
being,
stopped giving out cue cards.
Oh, okay, so they stopped giving out
At
the cue
that,
cards.
Which means you literally can't get
Which
it.
means
Yeah.
you absolutely can't get in. And we were cue card like 1,400 and something. So we like
32.
just
I remember.
Was it?
just made it. And so then we lined up and like the anticipation's crazy because you can see people. They only let you in when people leave.
Yeah.
So you're just like waiting for people to leave. And you made friends with everyone in line. And then we got in, which was like after 2 hours, which was not
we were
bad.
so
we were
happy.
celebrating. And,
It was
And
amazing.
then we had to wait again for security.
Yeah.
And then we got in.
Then we got in. We got
and then
the
we
ticket.
were looking around.
Which was only 18 pounds
20
each?
pounds.
20 pounds each, which was like,
But we got in and we were walking around, watched a couple like a bit of some matches.
Yeah,
And
because
then we went to get food.
you can court hop.
Yeah, you can court
Yes,
hop
you can
with
court hop.
grab
Except for
With
the
the
first,
exception of the
except
first
for the
three.
first like center court 1 and court 2. You
Yeah,
can't.
so those you have to like buy tickets for and they're like expensive, or you can enter like a raffle where they like
we
give
learned
you
all
tickets.
this when we were there.
Yeah, we were like
Yeah.
asking people, but then like the raffle for center court tickets was closed, so like we
and it
couldn't
closed
even
early,
Yeah, like
apparently.
it closed early, so we couldn't get that. So anyway, we were like, okay, whatever. Let's just court hop.
Saw a couple matches.
We went to get strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
And then we went back and we like watched a match and then it just ended. And we're like
in court 2, right?
No, couldn't
you have to pay for court.
Okay.
But anyway, we're watching one of the matches just ended and I was like, why did it end? Like that wasn't the end of the match. And everyone was like, oh, around like 8 or 9 p.m. once the light starts to fade, they stop all the matches.
Yeah, they suspend
with
them.
the exception of the main ones.
Because they don't have lights. So we
Yeah.
were just like, oh, now we have no live matches to watch. And we like just got here at like an hour
6
or 2
o'clock,
before.
yeah.
And we waited 2 hours in line. So we wanted to make a night out of
Yeah.
it. But me and Jenna were kind of like lurking around court 3.
We could have. Our backup plan was to watch on the hill.
Yes.
If anyone knows Wimbledon, there's like a big hill that you can
Yes.
watch like the center court matches on.
But we were
with
lingering.
a big TV screen.
Jen and I were lingering around court 3. We didn't think we'd be able to get into any of these things because like the tickets for like the really good courts had like closed early. So Jen and I were kind of like lingering around and the security guard was like, do you have tickets? And we're like, no, like
Beautiful
we can't.
British accent.
Yeah. No, that wasn't my British accent. I'm not doing
It
a
was
British
like
accent.
kind of light.
Okay.
Though.
Well, whatever. And we were like, no, we don't have tickets. That means we can't get in, right? And he was kind of looking around. He's like, well, he was like, he's like, I think the match is gonna finish. But he's like, if it doesn't, I can let you 2 in. And we're like, oh, okay. But the match finished. But then we were like, some of the security guards
Are nice.
are nice. And we're not like
A little
outing
bit of
people
leeway.
here.
Also, I think it was
but-
also because we weren't from
We won't
England.
say who.
Like
We
we
won't
didn't
say
have
who.
British accents, so I think, and a lot of people camp out to go to Wimbledon. So
Yeah.
I think what happened was the security guards thought, oh, like these poor girls must have been camping out
Or
from
like
Canada.
From,
Or it's just there was.
or
like,
they're just
or
nice.
they're just
there was
nice.
just
But so the
seats
other thing
open.
that's crazy is they like not selling like the raffle tickets anymore is kind of crazy because there was so many empty
Yeah.
seats.
But you- so
anyway,
then-
we go to center court and we're kind of
Yeah.
lurking around and like some of the security guards were like really strict and we're like, okay, let's go farther around. And one of them was like, if you go upstairs, he was like, there's like everyone's kind of moving down. He's like, people with tickets are like moving down because like they're going closer to the court.
Yeah.
So he's like, there's probably gonna be more seats up there. So we're like, okay, go up there. There's still some like strict people. We're like walking around looking, talking to this one woman, and this other woman's like, I can't believe they closed the tickets like early. And we're all like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. And the security woman standing there was like, you know, if you split up and go like 2 and 2, you could probably get in. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I know. I was like, people have been telling us that, but I was like, we don't really feel like splitting up. There was like 4 of us.
Yeah.
And she just looks around and she was like, you know what? She was like, on the other side, I think I might be able to fit you guys in. And then just took off.
But we almost
She
didn't
said it
think
quietly.
She said it.
She said
So I
so
just
And
started
there was
following her.
other people there that were trying to get in. They didn't hear her, and we were like, every man for themselves. Like,
Yeah.
we're going.
So we just went. I was like, let's go. So I was walking behind her,
Yeah.
and she was just like casually
walking.
walking, but like
Yeah.
she didn't say anything else. She just walked and she didn't look back, and we just like followed her.
Yeah.
And then she looked back at me like halfway, like down the line, and she's like, you're gonna look at me, you're gonna show me your phone as if you have a ticket, and I'm gonna tell you where to go. And we're like, okay. So we get to this spot. There was like a security guard, like all like
Full gear.
full gear, like Royal Armed Forces or something. I don't
there
know.
was
It
so
was
much
like
going on.
intense. And we're like, oh no, this guy's not gonna let us in. And she just gets to the front and she was like, I got this. And we came forward, showed our phones. There was nothing on it. And she just goes, okay. And then she goes, you're over down 3 rows on the right. And we went and sat down. We were like,
And then
that was
we
it. We were on
watched till
center
the
court.
end of the match with
And we
Djokovic.
saw
we
versus
watched
Djokovic
Wu.
2
win.
sets.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It
was crazy.
It was one of those things because how the day went, we didn't even think we'd get in, let
No.
alone center court. So the
I
whole
felt like
time
I
we're
was
there, we're
dreaming.
like, what is happening?
And then we were
right
on
now?
center court and I was like,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
saw
know what to
David
do.
Beckham
And
in
then
the
Jenna,
royal box.
Yes.
was
David,
cool.
and then someone in the crowd yelled, "Bend it like Beckham," and
he
then he
laughed.
laughed.
And he
It was funny,
and we saw it.
and we saw it.
we
We
saw
were
it.
there.
We were
David
there.
And
Beckham
we
Beckham
called
probably
our
looked in
security guard
direction.
friend Patty the Batty because we
We
couldn't
didn't know
even
her
thank
name.
her. She would have gotten in
Well,
trouble.
we didn't want to be like, thank you so much. So when
Well,
we
even
went in,
Jenna-
I was just like, thank you.
Jenna's gonna laugh if she hears this. She was literally like, she was like, "Guys, I can't believe we did it."
And
I
we
was
were
like,
like,
"Jenna, quiet. No
I was
one
like,
can
act
know."
normal.
Act normal.
literally.
Pretend you're supposed to be here. So that was insane. That was the
Yeah,
finale
that
of
was
our
crazy.
trip, which was just like the perfect ending to the most
was the
perfect
perfect
trip, an
ending.
amazing trip.
It was, and I say this, I'll end it off here because we have run out of time.
But we gotta-
I say I have a warped perception of London. It was hot, sunny, and everything went our way.
It truly did.
And the final thing I'll add that was really funny because we spent so much time on the tube. they had such whimsical names for the stops.
Yeah.
And then we started to use the stop names.
We would take photos of this of the subway lines or the lines of like, and we would start to like use the names. So we'd be like, they sound like insults. We'd be like, you imperial wolf,
or you
like,
hackney wick.
you hackney wick.
So now we use them as insults.
Now we use them
So
as
now
insults to each other.
that's our inside London
So if
joke.
anyone lives at Hackney Wick or
Yeah.
Imperial Wharf, just know that we're using where you live as
as a joke.
an
to
insult.
cap it off, Harry Styles, you were amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes.
If you've never
Okay,
been,
and we can't
sorry,
get into
but
that.
he was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
He was perfect.
He was
and I had
perfect.
full body chills. It ended with Sign of the Times. Actually, Sign of the Times was second last. Fireworks, just to paint the picture. Wembley,
And even though we're
95,000
in the
people.
royal box,
Ava and I were in a special box because of our very, very good friend.
Our dear friend.
which is so
and then
cool.
there
Who
was
very kindly
firework-
got us tickets
very
for that.
kindly.
Very
Fireworks
grateful.
were going off. Sign of the Times was playing. Harry sounds amazing. And then he finishes with As It Was. More fireworks go off. Show ends.
Guys, we
You're
didn't even
on
touch
cloud nine.
We didn't even touch on Richmond,
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk
another
about
time.
another
but that's
time.
another thing.
That's a time. That's a
Thank
conversation
you
for
all.
another day.
I hope you're all whimsy maxing in your own respect.
Try to live like Dua Lipa for a week. It was so fun.
It was so
We're
fun.
trying to take that
on a
energy
budget
with us.
On a budget.
We
Yes.
did it on a budget.
Now
So,
we're trying to whimsy max all the time.
Yeah. But bye, divas.